She has 9 embryos frozen in South Africa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So whenever she wants to have a child, she's just going to run it. Hey, that's the most shocking thing I heard today. You see, today and housemates spilled a lot of things. They said so many things about themselves that I didn't even expect to hear. They are this open book. That's what we saw today. I was watching the show for like 6 hours straight, took some breaks, and then went back to it. Throughout today I've been on it because I wanted to just take note of everything that everybody said. We are still in that stage of getting to know the housemates, so I feel like this particular time is very important and I have to bring all the information back to you guys. But before we go in to talk about everything that was said today, please do well to subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a video, because I'm probably going to be posting videos like every day. If I have the strength to post, I'm going to try. And like this video, drop a comment, basically all the good stuff. So like I said, the housemates are still in the process of getting to know each other. So Big Brother gave them the task of asking each other questions. Initially they started by doing it in pairs. They just paired themselves 2, 2, 2. They'll this person will ask this person questions, then switch. But that one was not working, because before you go around 20 people, the person will have to repeat themselves what they've said before and stuff. It wasn't really working, so they had to now do it one by one. They came out and talked about themselves. They literally said, in fact, let me just read it out for you guys. It's very, very long, like really long, but I'm going to try to make it shorter than what I watched on screen, because I spent hours watching it, and if I come to you guys with the story like that, it's going to be crazy. The housemates are 20 in number. 20. It was almost as if they should just start evicting from today. That's like a wicked thought, but I just wanted them to reduce so that I won't have to take note of everybody's talk. Imagine they did what do they call it, diary session, and they did not complete it. They just did for 5 people. Imagine that kind of thing. So for the diary session, I'm going to bring that gist when they are done. Then before I go on to read this people's biography, let me just talk about the one sheep, the official sheep that we have in the house, Lilo and Eric. There's nothing anybody can tell me. Whenever you see Eric, you're going to see Lilo. Even though Lilo said that she's in a relationship and Eric said that his spec is not in the house. And I'm like, what are you people talking about? These people that are already doing love bears in the house, and this is what they are saying. Like, what they are saying is going like this, but they are doing like this. I don't understand. But the way they are going is almost like they are going to be our first sheep. We are going to watch out for them and see where this goes. This evening they were just hugging anyhow. He just carried her, put on his chest. You know she's smallish now, so she was kind of reaching him here. He just carried her face, put on his chest, gave her a warm hug and all that. It looks nice, Sha. Who would not want to hug Eric? Eric's body is like really nice. He's someone that you like to hug, you know, it just looks like it's sweet to hug, Sha. So the first person that came on to talk was Lucy. Lucy is from Cross River. She's an orphan. Her parents died at a very young age, like when she was really young. A lot of them in that house have lost either their mother, their father, or both parents. Like, it's crazy. Then her dad married 8 wives. Hey, no be smart, you know. She's 30 years. She has a grill business like Bolly and fish. I like Bolly. Port Harcourt Bolly. If you're a Port Harcourt person, you understand. So she has a Bolly business. She likes cooking for people and feeding people. She also likes nice people. Her dislikes are lies. What will you do if money wasn't the problem? She's going to get a beach house. Most adventurous thing she has done, swimming in the beach. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? She says she just wants to be happy. She wants to be alive and happy. That's her own 5 years goal. Then Lucy cried a lot today. She cried she was crying. Started by crying when she was speaking to Ozo about her life story, and I'm guessing it's because of the fact that she has had to struggle a lot. Most of them have deep stories, so I'm guessing it's because of the fact that she has had to struggle a lot, losing her parents at a young age, and she kind of doesn't feel like she's worth being there, you know, that kind of thing. Like, she's feeling like, oh, how did she get here? Like, me, I'm the one that is in this house. So that just got her emotional, and almost throughout, you know, today she was being all emotional and stuff, but she cried a whole lot. She cried. Hey. Then the second person that came to talk was Dorothy. Her other names are Linda and Didiamaka Bacho. She has another name, so she has a Yoruba name. She's 24 years old. She grew up in Lagos. She's a second child of 4. Her dad is late. Her dad died when she was 12 years old. See, most of them have lost, like, well, let me just continue. She had the best childhood experience, like crazy. Then her life got hard when she was 15 because she had to grow up early, and I'm sure it has something to do with losing her dad and stuff. So, but her childhood was Then she schooled in Osun State. Her uncle saw her through school. She went to Joseph Ayo Babalola University also. She served in Calabar. She owns a procurement. She owns a procurement business. If you need something, she's going to find it for you. So if you need anything, she's your plug. So she's everywhere. That's what she described as the business that she runs. She'll be 25 years old November 4th. So November 4th is her birthday. Then spec. She said that she doesn't have spec. Nothing, like she just wants to be with somebody that she can be herself around. What will you do if money wasn't the problem? She'll buy her mom a new body system because her mom is diabetic. So she doesn't like the fact that her mom has to take drugs every day, every time. So she's going to just change her mother's body system. The stupid thing you've done for love. She has never really been in love. That's what she said. Biggest lie she has ever told. She said she told somebody that her vibrator was a face massage tool. So the house was like, oh, so you have a vibrator. Okay. So that's the craziest thing, the craziest lie she's ever told. Her guilty pleasure is watching cartoons. That's what she said. Then the next person that came on was Katrina. Katrina is from Rivers State, Ogoni to be precise. I think she said she's from Kana, Ogoni or something like that, but it's just Ogoni that I took note of. She schooled in Bori. She started her life at a very young age. She left home without telling her mom. All the way on the rebel, like from day one. She opened her first fashion store at the age of 19. Yo, that's crazy. Like at the age of 19, some people don't even know what they want to do with their lives. 20, 22, 25, 7, everybody is still struggling. But she opened her first fashion store at the age of 19, and she said she had been hustling before that 19 self. She has even done like she has been a receptionist. She has done different kinds of hustles. She has hustled in different ways. Then she started investing in properties. She built a mini estate. I mean, she has built a mini estate, and she married at the age of 22 to a man of 64. Like her husband was 64 years old when she got married, and she was 22. Hey, oh, this is a wonderful something. Her story was just the craziest among all the stories I heard today. I'm like, are you serious? But she got married to a white guy, and he later moved to Spain. She tried to go to Spain. It wasn't working for them. He now came down to South Africa so that she too can also go to South Africa. So they both moved to South Africa. After a while, she got tired of the marriage, or she left. They separated. They're no longer together. So according to her, I think it had to do with the fact that, he can't really perform anymore. Or she said that he has retired. She mentioned that he retired and everything. So maybe he just became boring for her. That's just what I'm going to conclude from what she said. Maybe he just became boring, or she wasn't just getting the spice she wanted. According to her, she said she wanted to chase her dreams. She knew what she wanted. She wanted to just go after it. But that they are still close. I mean, they are still friends. And one thing she promised herself that she was going to do for him was, to have a child for him. They had to do IVF and all those processes, because according to her, he can't really. He's no longer very active in bed and shit. So, yeah. Then she said her ex-husband, the white guy, built her first house for her in Port Harcourt, and her mother is now living in that house. Then she bought the house in Lagos when she was 6 months pregnant. Like when she got pregnant for the guy, she now started hustling to move back down to Nigeria. So she started building when she was 6 months pregnant. She came down to Nigeria also, then built a house, a mini estate. Yeah, she called it a mini estate. Then she did her liposuction. So she basically did her ass. She worked on her ass. So if you see Katrina in the house with the whole nice shape, big ass, just know that there was a work done on her. But the person that did it is really good, because her shape is very, very balanced. She's 27 years old now. Like, then according to her, the main reason she came to BB Nigeria is just for publicity. She wants to be known. She wants her brand to be known. At this point, she was just talking. She wants her brand to be known. That most people that have seen her, and they just assume that all the money that she has been getting is not for her, or is men that have been giving her, that all that she has done, that the only thing that she knows, that the only big thing she knows she got from somebody was the house that her ex-husband built for her in Port Harcourt, but that the mini estate she has in Lagos, she's one that did it with her money. She has worked for it and stuff. So she said her husband is her best friend. Describe yourself in 3 words: strong, passionate, and a boss lady. Most adventurous thing she has done. She said choosing her man, that she likes to choose her man. She doesn't like them choosing her. Then what does she do for fun? She takes a luxury vacation. What do you do when people are not looking? Masturbation. Wonderful. She likes to be with older men. Says she likes to be with older men that can advise her and put her through. If she wants to do this, you give her advice, push her and everything. So that's probably based on maturity, Sha. So that is it for Katrina. A lot of drama happened with Katrina. In fact, when she finished her own session, she started trending on Twitter. It was crazy. Moving on to Victoria. She's the first born of 5 children. She was raised in a strict Christian home. Victoria is the one that grew up in London. She didn't enjoy her life as a teenager, so she rebelled. All these rebellious people. She rebelled. She sings. She came to Nigeria in 2017. Coronavirus kept her here, and that's how she entered Big Brother house. The way this world works is funny. Birthday August 19th. She's 23 years old. 5 years old. She wants to be a mother and a wife. Then she wants to establish herself in Africa and all over the world as an entertainer. She's not in a relationship and she's ready to mingle. Then how wasn't so long. I just like the fact that at this point we had somebody that came and gave us something briefly. Tolani badge, Tolani Sobaju. So that badge came from her surname. Let me continue. Then she's 27 years old, from Lagos State. She started coming back to Nigeria in 2016. So she grew up in UK, started coming back to Nigeria in 2016, frequenting, coming and going. She loves music. She's a YouTuber. I know Tolani Badge on YouTube, so you guys should go follow her on YouTube. She got a partnership with So Exclusive. She has featured on Bella Naija. She came back fully to Nigeria in 2018, and she said she got a return ticket that she was kind of confused on whether she wanted to be here or be there, because for her there entertainment wasn't really working for her. She had to do the 9-to-5 hustle. She came back fully to Nigeria in 2018. She's very passionate about Nigeria. So on her YouTube channel, she does vlogs about moving down to Nigeria, selling Lagos to putting Lagos on the map. Basically talks about moving down here, talks about the challenges and everything, so that people that want to move will find it easier to move and not be intimidated by the challenges. Then she says she's often misunderstood. She likes dancing and creating content. In 5 years, she wants to have an NGO to inspire females and to help people generally. Her guilty pleasure is watching Yoruba movies. I have to try to be faster at this point. They went on to Ozo. His full name, Ozoemena Joseph Chukwu. He's 27 years old. His life revolves around family and education. So he has said that before, Sha. He studied economics as a bachelor's degree and then went on to do business financial management. Then he said he wants to work within sports development. He wants to do sports development in Nigeria or in Africa as a whole. He was a football academy analyst with UEFA. According to him, he said it's important to treat every single person in the right way, like treat people right. And his parents are very principled. He said he wants to be like his father. His father is basically his role model. And he's not a confrontational person. His favorite person in the world is his little sister. In 5 years, he wants to be working between sports and the entertainment industry. Like, just do sports and do entertainment, because according to him, he feels like they are somehow related. Then the weirdest lie he has ever told, he said that he lied that he had gone to the wall of China, which he had never done, and that was like in secondary school. So he used to tell people that he had gone to visit the wall of China. Then his birthday is on the 4th of August. If money wasn't an issue, he would buy an island and put a football team. Then I asked him, single or relationship? Obviously he said single, because he already said he has not been in a relationship before, and he's open to anything that happens in the house. So if a relationship comes up, fine. And I'm thinking that it's going to happen, because the way he's looking, he's doing eye as if he's using style to look for somebody in the house. Maybe not. Let's just be watching. Then the next person that came up was Kaisha, 24 years old. She's from Sokoto. If money wasn't a problem, she's going to buy a house and a private jet In 5 years time, she would like to get married and have a child. She likes to cook. She's not open to relationship in the house. Her weirdest lie is that they gave birth to her in a plane. Guilty pleasure, she said she masturbates. That's masturbation is her guilty pleasure. Most adventurous thing, having sex in an open place. Craziest thing she has done for love. She just said generally she has been a fool for love, so she don't dey do crazy things from from time. Longest relationship 3 years. Next person was Erica Ugoma. Erica, she's the only child. She's extremely independent, grew up with a single mother. She's 26 years of age. She said her dad has only seen her once. She has only seen her dad once in this life. Wow, that's crazy. And she's 26 years. She graduated at the age of 19, studied business administration in Covenant University. She did MBGN pageant. She won most beautiful girl in Nigeria, Miss Photogenic. Then she has been active for 5 years. She's in that movie Hire a Woman. She's highly ambitious and very competitive. In 5 years, she wants to be an international award-winning actress. Her spec is somebody that is romantic, respects women, respects her, God-fearing, and all of that, has a commanding presence. The next person was Neo, the worry guy. His own was long. Neo Abafre, dad is a renowned polygamist. Hey, he said their family is very big, very large. Then his dad is a senior advocate of Nigeria. He has over 30 siblings. In fact, he said he has lost count. He probably doesn't even know the exact number of siblings that he has. His dad and mom are separated. He's 26 years of age. He was born in a car. He has been unlucky with love. Got his diploma in law, then went on to do philosophy. His hustles now he co-owned a restaurant with his friend. He sold Indomie, did Uber. Then he loves modeling, singing, and dancing. Just love for entertainment. He likes entertainment. And the restaurant that he had was broken down by the government because they wanted to build, so he lost everything, lost all his funds and stuff, so he had to basically start again. Then craziest thing he has done for love, he traveled 16 hours on the road. And then after traveling 16 hours, he entered Okada in the middle of bush in the night, and he wanted to enter. There's a school he was going to go and see babe. All these private schools that they don't allow people, but he arranged with his friends in the school, and I'm sure he scaled fence. He entered to go and see the babe, enter bush, midnight waka to go and see babe. So that's the craziest thing he has done for love. In 5 years time, he would like to have a kid. Weirdest lying that he has traveled to so many places. Meanwhile, nothing come out, never go anywhere. If money wasn't a problem, you buy everything. He's single and ready to mingle. Next person was Lekon. He said he's misunderstood, complicated, he's a sexual enthusiast, he's smart, he's sarcastic. The closest person to him is his mom. He's the last child. His father had 2 wives. We have so many people with polygamous fathers in the house. He has 2 other brothers. He studied philosophy. He loves music. He's 26 years old. He put out songs while he was in uni. Did a song project in his final year of I think he had about 16 songs for the project, and it's called Young, Black and Gifted. It had to do with his life. Then he has lost his dad. Aww. Fierce is the name of his single that was in MTV based top 10 for over 6 months. I talked about it in my other video, and he featured Reminisce and one other Chinko Ekon or something like that. So that's Fierce is the name of the song. The weirdest lie is lying to a girl that he came, they were doing things. I mean, they were about to do things, and he just lied that he had already come. In 5 years time, he wants to be one of the biggest artists in Africa. He doesn't like lies. If money wasn't a problem, he's going to buy an estate. The next person was Eric, 24 years old. He comes from a family of 6. He loves family. He fell in love with sports at a very young age. Started playing basketball at the age of 11. He was in Covenant University for 3 years, and he said Covenant did not feel like somewhere that he wanted to go to. And while he was in Covenant University, he was still playing basketball and everything, and broke his leg. And for a while, he was depressed. He deferred his admission. It was just crazy. He left school, later went back to Unilag. So it's that breaking of need that just did a lot of things for him. According to him, he wanted to pursue sports, but his parents were just all about him getting his education first. In 5 years time, he would like to own a charity organization and a workout apparel. He's single and ready to mingle. He also said that his spec is not in the house. They asked him who is his spec, and he said his spec is not in the house. So I'm like, what are you doing really low, guy? Maybe, well, you don't have to always be your spec. You might have a spec, but that's not who you end up with. If money wasn't a problem, you buy a basketball team. O'Shea. Next person is Lilo, 23 years. She's from Yoruba, Osun State. She has 2 siblings. She's the last child. Her best color is black. She's in a relationship. I feel like she was just saying that one just because Eric said that his spec is not in the house. I don't know what those people are doing. Her best food is beans. She went to Babcock University, finished in 2017. What do you do when nobody is looking? She said she just feels comfortable touching her boobs. Her spec is a tall, dark-skinned guy that smells nice. In 5 years, she wants to be a registered dietitian and she wants to be married with kids. The next person that we're going to talk about is Kid Wire. Kid Wire, before he started talking, he addressed the housemates and said that they inspire him a lot, that he has listened to everybody's story, and apart from the fact that he's from a privileged background, he just admires them a lot. And I saw a post about Kid Wire. Apparently he's the son of a billionaire. He said that he was born in Lagos, then he grew up in Kaduna to the age of 6. He moved to London when he was 6 years old, and he was in London for over 12 years. Then he now came back to Nigeria. Then since then he has been going in and out, frequenting Nigeria and the UK, yeah. Then he said he's a very humble person. For what he does, he said he's into consultancy. He basically uses his connection to help people. So if you need to do this, you can connect to somebody that will help you do this. Then he wants to open a foundation in order to empower people. He said generally that his story is still developing, that what he says now might not be what you say like next 2 months or next month. So everything is still developing. He doesn't quite know what it is that he wants to really do. Then he also wants to be an actor and an entrepreneur. Then his longest relationship, 4 years. What he does for fun, he likes to gym, then have fun with friends. His guilty pleasure is eating burger and chips with mayonnaise and ketchup. He said he's single. Then his spec is somebody that is confident, a confident girl with a lot of energy, and somebody that doesn't look down on people. That is a big turn off for him. That if he notices that you look down on people, that he will just move on. That is a very big turn off for him. Then we moved on to Tochi. Tochi is 26, from a family of 5. He said growing up was very crazy and he came from a poor background, and that is what gingered him to like work hard for himself and do things. Apparently he has achieved a lot of things, and most of it was because of the fact that he came from a poor background and didn't want that to be him. As in, after he has grown, he wanted to change things, so he moved to Lagos and did different hustles. He washed cars, he worked for a magazine company, he became a realtor, he started his online clothing store, he went into transport business, buying cars and giving people. In the next 5 years he would like to have a family and to be bigger than he is now. So basically just growth. The weirdest lie he has ever told is telling a girl that he loves her just because he wanted to. He said he's also single, so we have more single people here. We now moved on to Bright. He's from Edo State. He's 29 years old. He was born and brought up in Enugu State. He lost his dad in 2002. Wow. He stopped schooling for a while, and he was in and out of school. He stopped schooling. He said from SS1, from after writing WAEC, he moved to SS3. Then he studied marine engineering in Cairo, Egypt on scholarship. He got a scholarship and traveled out. Before then, I think he was in Unilag. Which school? Futa. He entered Futa because of his babe. He entered pre-degree. The babe was in normal uni. She later said she was tired and everything, so he just got scholarship and left. So according to him, he said the babe is a good girl and they dated for 8 years and they did not have sex. The next person was Prince from Imo State. He's 25 years old. That's the Mr. Nigeria guy. His family is God's greatest gift for him. He grew up in Aba. He's a graduate of pure physics from Unical. Since I watched Big Bang Theory, anybody that says that they studied physics, this is to me gang. Then he learned how to do hair and makeup. When he said this one, the housemates were just like, oh, you do my hair, wow. They liked that. Then he loves to dress up. He took up fashion designing. He loves acting. He loves hosting shows. Just a lot of hustle. Then he was Mr. University Nigeria in 2008. So apparently all the universities come together to do like a pageant and stuff. So he won. Then He's present Mr. Nigeria, and he went to represent Nigeria in Mr. World 2019. Then he has a clothing line, Leonard Nelson. He started forex trading before going into the house. All these people did not hustle, different hustles like this, crazy stuff. In 5 years time, he would like to own one of the best fashion companies in Africa. His spec is somebody that is down to earth, a good girl with a sprinkle of Nicki Minaj. You know, somebody that would just be bad for him. That's basically how he described it. His guilty pleasure is watching porn. His weirdest lie, he said that he was acting as an undercover agent for the army, I don't know, in his school, and he had to infiltrate a cult. And before he did that, he had to lie that he had killed somebody before. So that's the weirdest lie he has told. Then they now moved on to Watoni. She was born in Kenya. She stayed for 13 years. She came to Nigeria, studied in Lagos, sociology, Unilab. She is a mother, and her son is 5 years old. Then she worked in so many places as a sales rep, as a PRO, receptionist, ushering, personnel, everything. She has done a lot of things. She's presently a fashion entrepreneur, a parenting blogger. In 5 years, she would like to have a baby talk show. According to her, she's not sure if she wants to continue in the whole fashion business that she's doing. Then she has a book, 101 Tips on Parenting. She's presently single. She's not searching, but she's open to relationships in the house. Then Nengi came on Sea to talk. They went on break. They came back. We met her halfway. And when they came back, she was talking about her weirdest lie. So she said she lied about her age during her pageantry. The pageantry needed to be at least 18 years of age, and she was 16. So she had to lie that she was 18. So that's the weirdest lie. She schooled in Uniport. She recently started a business, Shoes by Flora. And in 5 years time, she would like to have a child and to be successful and to also be known. She has also talked about her past. I think I mentioned it in my other video. She's an orphan too. She lost her parents at a young age. Craziest thing she has done for love, she entered ninth bus to travel. Ninth bus to travel long distance, and it was just all these roadside buses, not even like a registered transport, roadside buses, just to travel to go and see the love of her life. Her guilty pleasure is masturbation. Her spec is somebody that is humble and funny. Relationship status, she says, is complicated because of the fact that, you know, she didn't really have the chance to discuss the issue, the big brother stuff with her, the person she's in a relationship with. She just told him almost when she got into the house. He was angry, he didn't take it well. So it's a complicated situation. Tricky T was the last person. Tricky T is 35 years. And the guy looks really young. He looks like way younger than his age. He said he had the best of both worlds. Today there will just be a lot of money, and then tomorrow food no go there house, no food to eat. Then his parents are separated. He dropped out of school in SS3. He started hustling very early. Then after all the hustle, he now went back to school. He went to Uniport and studied theater arts. Said he wanted something that was fun, and he said he monetized his studies. Like a lot of things that he did in school had to do with money. He hustled a lot in school. In exam hall, if you want to sit down near him, you have to pay. Then he served in 2012 in Zamfara. He mentioned that it was a very good experience for him. That's when he found God and he got close to God. He learned how to edit videos. He has worked with Ajebo, the comedian. He made a short movie on child marriage. He said he gets bored easily and commercializes everything. That if not that, in Big Brother house, he can't do that he would have done that in the house. His guilty pleasure used to be porn. Then right now his guilty pleasure is watching Nengi walk, as in he's just looking at her from behind and just watch her walk. That's his guilty pleasure. Then he's in a relationship, like a serious relationship. He also makes music. He said he makes music and he likes scary adventures like traveling in the midnight. Wow, I can't believe I'm done. Like today when they were just talking, I was like, these people should just be done, because I was just thinking of how I was going to come and just download everything for you guys. But I'm happy that I'm done now. I'm not going to prolong this video further. There's some other things that happened today, but I will not add it to this video. Maybe I will just note it down and add it to tomorrow's video, so that this video will not be too long. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about the Housemates so far. Do you have a favorite? If you don't, also let me know who is your favorite in the house so far. Question of the day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye.